motorcycles for more than 100 years. Roads for more than 6,000. But the spirit of adventure, we've had that forever.
Hello everybody and welcome to the first race of the Waleed Alshemais National Sports Bike Championship. The first riders have started to make their way to the grid, and behind me here is Saskia Totaro. He is what we could call a legend of the series. He's been in it for so many years and he's so rapid indeed, but this season it's been a bit of a shock. Martin.vugrinec, who's come into the series, he did a couple of races last year, has come in and he's quick out the box, and he's just pulled in now, and the team are on the case pretty much immediately from the get-go. They're checking, they're making sure the setup is right for him, and you can see that Waleed Alshemais actually in the back there is hoisting up the bike, and it'd be great to see actually we could get a quick word with Waleed, of course the promoter for the series here. Saskia Totaro is here, his team are checking everything out, the rest of the field starts to build up. I see Waleed, you're dressed ready to fix the bike, not to promote the series. It's great to see you.
Thank you very much, thank you.
So, looking forward to today's races?
Yes.
And is Martin going to do his usual, very quick out the box? Do you think he's going to be on the top step?
Inshallah, I hope that's Martin and Firas also, both of them.
So Firas is on the second row of the grid. There he is. He's in between the two here. Very quick riders from Waleed Alshemais. I'll let you get back to it. Thank you so much for talking to us. Let's see if we could grab anyone else on the grid. It seems to be quite busy here at the moment, but you can see the sheer amount of bikes that we have here. We've got two categories. We've got the modified and we've got the super stock category, plus we have the rookies. But out of all the rookies here, Hussein Shakur is the youngest entrant here today on two wheels. He unfortunately has got quite a tough ask here. He starts all the way at the back of the grid, but for him, it's going to be very easy for him to carve his way through, because over the course of the past couple of weekends that we've had here at the Dubai Autodrom, he's been very quick on two wheels. So keep an eye on Shakur, but keep an eye on this man here to our left. This is Martin.vugrinec, and he is one of the fastest riders we've ever had here in the Waleed Alshemais National Sports Bike Championship here. So it looks like the grid's now starting to fill up everywhere. You can see final preparations underway. Saskia Totaro is preparing himself here as well. Looking forward to another stellar race. The South African rider always puts on an absolute clinic, but what has he got in store here for Martin.vugrinec? I do wonder if we could get a brief chat here with the man. He seems to be in the zone, kind of doing a bit of stretches here. Saskia, you are second at the moment, and you've got a very rapid man to your left, and you have a very rapid man to your right. What's the game plan here going down towards turn one?
Get to turn one first, and just go try and push as much as I can for the first 5 laps. Then we'll see what happens after that.
Thanks, Saskia. I'll let you get back to the pre-warm-up there. Saskia's bike here, this is the Ducati 959. Sounds unbelievable. It's got such a deep tone to it. It just sounds phenomenal when it comes across the line. Now, let's see if we can get a quick word with Martin here. He is also one of the very young, talented riders that we have here. Team briefing him quickly. Just a small chat we'll try again here. Martin, you were insanely fast. You're over 2 seconds quicker than anybody else here on track. How are you doing this?
Well, honestly, I'm a kind of professional rider, so I'm here for winter training, which is really good for me because back there in Europe now it's really cold and I cannot ride. But it's really a pleasure to be here again. I'm doing the whole season and I'm really looking forward to the next round as well, also to this race.
So we look forward to seeing what you can do. There you go. He's here for the off-season. Did a couple of rounds last season with us here, but he's back for a full championship campaign here. And as you heard him, he's a professional. But everyone you see here is actually professional, bar 3. There are 3 rookies towards the end of the field, all 3 of them very quick. Now, before we go, the man there on the 33, also on a Waleed Alshemais bike, that's Firas Abu Ghanem, another very rapid driver. He's going to be one to keep an eye out here as well. Nasser Saeed, who I can't quite see here, he's sort of somewhere towards the back there. Actually, there he is. There's Nasser Saeed, the 44. He is a veteran as well of this championship. He's going to be one here to keep an eye out as well on row number 3. So I think it's about time now that we take a short break before the start of the race. Let's head back upstairs for the commentary. Well, hello everybody and welcome to the first race of the day here for the Waleed Alshemais National Sports Bike Championship. With a quick word there with Waleed. A bit strange seeing him in mechanic overalls rather than traditional dress. Always great to see him. Always a pleasure to talk to him as well. Very excited about the championship, and it's great that he's come on board for the past couple of years to really promote the series, because the Waleed Alshemais National Sports Bike Championship is one of the most competitive that we have here at the Dubai Autodrom, and of course in the United Arab Emirates. So the starting lineup is Martin.vugrinec, who we did a quick chat with, as did Saskia Totaro as well. He had a brief conversation with us on the grid. Manuel Parra. Sure, no worries. So we'll move on to some quick driver profiles here as we go make our way through the grid. Here is Ev Dolkimov in the Superstock 600s there on his Yamaha. Here's Tony Garvin on his Superstock 600 in his Honda CRB 600RR. Big fan of Valentino Rossi, but honestly, who isn't? Yuri Nekrasov in the Superstock 600 on his Yamaha R6 for Ratchet Racing. Let's see what he can do, because he was one of the faster men in qualifying, and he starts on the second row of the grid. Hometown hero Abdullah Al-Jabari on his Yamaha R6 in the Superstock 600 category, racing here for Moto Rough. Great to see some local talent here on the grid. In the Waleed Alshemais National Sports Bike Championship. Another GCC hero, Abdurrahman Al Abeid. He's one of our 3 rookies actually this season. He's performed quite well, for those say so myself, and he's going to be one to watch out here when he starts a little bit further back on the grid in the modified category. Here's Arif Al Marzuki, another hometown hero hailing from the United Arab Emirates in the modified category from Moto Rough on his Yamaha R6. Here in the race. Then we have Lebanon's Firas Abu Ghanim for Waleed Alshemais Racing on his Yamaha R6. Big fan of Valentino Rossi. Favourite track is Oyerez, and he loves spending time with his family, as he does here on the weekends as well. They're all here in full support of the Lebanese rider. Graham Purvis sailing from the United Kingdom on the 75 there with Hussein Shakur, the youngest entrant that we have here in the Waleed Alshemais National Sports Bike Championship. A fresh face and a very fast rider indeed. This is Mohammed Al-Zadain on his Kawasaki ZX 6R. He contests in the modified category here, and he's looking for a strong finish here. Manuel Parra, who will be on the front row of the grid. He's actually on the right-hand side of Saskia Totaro. He's who we want to watch, but here is the man that we're going to keep a real focus on is Martin.vugrinec. Matteo Monero didn't have the best qualifying that he would have liked to have had. Unfortunately, starts way at the back of the grid. Mohammed Sharvin from India, Munir Abdugoji, excuse me, in the modified category on another of the Ducati 959s. Amazing sound they have there. There's Nasser Saeed, another local hero here, hailing from India and a legend in the series. Here we go, lights are out and away we go here for a standing start. A fantastic show already. We're going 3 wide, not the best start by the looks of things on the right-hand side there for Manuel Parra. So let's see what he can do, as it looks like the 2 Waleed Alshemais bikes have got already into the lead of the race. No surprise there with Martin.vugrinec, but look at Firas Abu Ghanim on the outside looking in. Now he is on the inside. Can he get the line? No, he can't, because he will hang out in 3rd position for the time being. So Manuel Parra not getting the start he wanted. Saskia Totaro though nips up in the 2nd position, retains that spot right behind Martin.vugrinec. As we race our way around here for the first time. Through Sector 1 we go, and look at the leader. Martin.vugrinec is already pulling out there. As we said earlier in the broadcast, he is a 2-second advantage over everybody else on the field, and he just gets quicker and quicker, it seems to be, every time we race here at the Autodrome. Doesn't matter the configuration, he is always quick out of the box, no matter what. Oh, we've got a rider off through turn 7. Now he is scurrying out, and he is on his feet, and that's what we want to see, so that is great news. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what the rider is that has gone off, but we will get an indication soon enough who that may be. And a little bit of a limp there, but the good news is that he is standing. May have had the wind knocked out of him. And the 44, that is not Nassi. It's not the 44 then. That we'll have to take a closer look on who that is, but that would no doubt be a yellow flag. I think it will be, because that bike is on. Yes, it is. It will be a yellow flag here. So not the greatest way to start the first race of the day here for the Waleed Alshemais National Sports Bike Championship. The rider takes a quick breather, and that is actually the 44. We've got a red flag. The red flag is shown already. So we'll have to bunch them all up again and start again soon enough, as all the riders will now make their way into the pit lane. But it was a magnificent start from Vugrinec. He got the start that he needed. Saskia Totaro did a great job from 2nd to hold that position, but Firas Abu Ghanim deep on the inside. As he pulls into his grid slot now. We're under the starter's orders. As the engine notes start to rise here. Reduced it down from 12 laps to 10, and it's a good start there from Firas Abu Ghanim, who goes right on the inside past Saskia Totaro. A fabulous start there from the Waleed Alshemais rider.
And can he stick the lead? There he goes down towards turn 1 for the first time. He's got the Martin.Vugrinec number 4 right behind him. It's Martin.Vugrinec very late on the brakes there. Doesn't want to clatter into his teammate, that's for sure, as he tries to go the long way round the outside. Can he keep the lead though can Abu Ghanem keep the lead from the very rapid Vugrinec? Let's see what it looks like going through the first corner. It looks like Vugrinec's got through because he's got flashes of white on his bike there. Indeed he has. The 4 has gone through first. And it's Abu Ghanem though who got the start that he wanted to a T. He's up in a second position already, bumping Saskia Totaro down a position as they work their way through the first sector here for the first time. As I said before, it was a 12-lap race. Now it's been shortened down to just 10 laps here of racing in the Waleed Alshemais National Sports Bike Championship, and Vugrinec has got the start that he wanted, and off he goes as he leaves his teammate in the clutches of the rest of the field, and he's going to want his teammate to defend like mad here to ensure that he gets the getaway that we always see him having. It looks like the pass on the inside going down towards the club link on the back straight, and that drops Saskia Totaro down a position. Now I didn't quite catch who that's gone through. It didn't look like Saskia Totaro, that's for sure. It looked like another rider who may have started slightly further back. We'll wait for confirmation when they come through, and it looks like Abu Ghanem has gone back into second position here. So the battle for second rages on as we continue on here on the very first lap. There is Vugrinec building that lead already, and Abu Ghanem now leads the rest of the field here. And it looks like Saskia Totaro is now tucked in behind Abu Ghanem, looking on the inside of the Dubai 959. Can he get the move done before we hit the first corner here? Down to the inside, Hussein Shirok, unfortunately dropping down the order. In 11th position, more movement towards the back of the field, and down towards the inside goes Saskia Totaro. He takes away second position again from Firas Abu Ghanem. Yuri Nekrasov in 4th. Great start there from Firas. He got the start that he needed, and he got it perfectly as well. Remy Michelin moves up in a 5th position. Manuel Parra, unfortunately, did not get the start that he wanted. Drops from the front row of the grid down to 6th position. Thomas Archie in 7th. Robson Shah, the leader in the rookie category at the moment, is shot all the way up into 8th position. A fantastic start there from Robson Shah, with Ali Abdul Hussein also moving up the order as well, getting past Tolly on the 36 bike, moving down to 10th position. Hussein Shakur, as we said, did not have the start that he wanted. Has tumbled down the order down into 11th position, outside of the top 10. We have the Goji up in a 12th position. Frank Moritz has not moved. He's in 13th with Abdul Rahman Al Obeid. Down in 14th position, Matteo Minero still at the tail end of the field. A tough weekend there for Minero. Really struggling during qualifying and looking for a way to carve his way through the field. So Vugrinec leads. Is it still Firas Abu Ghanem in 2nd? It doesn't look like it. It looks like Saskia Totaro's got through, and he's now starting down a gap between himself and Firas Abu Ghanem. As there is Abu Ghanem, tucked in behind him is Yuri Nekrasov. Great battle here for 3rd overall. Nekrasov, Michelin, Parra, and Archie will be on the scene soon enough. That's a battle there for 3rd overall in class. Overall, not in class necessarily, because we've got 2 classes here. We've got the modified and the super stock. There's on the inside, that looks like Thomas Archie looking for a way through. Sorry, Manuel Parra, looking for a way through. Half his way back up the order. To a start that the not so great start that he would have wanted. So Abu Ghanem, Yuri Nekrasov, Remy Michelin, and Manuel Parra all grouped together there. The battle for 3rd as it continues to rage on. Abu Ghanem is out in front on the Waleed Alshemais bike. The orange wheels looking on the inside goes Yuri Nekrasov. Very quick in qualifying. What can he do here in the race? 2 laps already in the books. Looking on the inside here as Abu Ghanem takes a very wide entrance here to the corner. Sweep their way through the left-hander. Just can't find a gap for Yuri Nekrasov to sneak up on the inside, but now onto the back straight. A very short back straight as well. To dive to the right-hander of the club link. Late on the brakes for Nekrasov. Has he got the move to move on the inside? Yes, he does. But does Abu Ghanem fight back? Not quite. And it looks like Yuri Nekrasov has found a way through. And here comes Remy Michelin. He wants to work his way up the order as well. He's lifted an overall podium here. He'd like to have one as well. And then lurking in the background is Manuel Parra. Looking, biding his time, waiting for something to happen here to capitalise and work his way through. And actually Manuel Parra's gone through, because that's Remy Michelin now at the back of this quartet of bikes. So across the line now goes Yuri Nekrasov. He is 3rd overall, but Firas has not lost him at all. He's staying with him, He's going to try and go around the outside. Focus back on that battle there for the lead, for 3rd overall, Just lost it momentarily. So we've got a quick shot there as Saskia Totaro working his way through the first corner. As back win this battle for second. On the inside goes Manuel Parra of Alaganim. A little bit later on, earlier on the brakes there compared to Alaganim. Alaganim again under pressure now. This is losing him time to the man that's in front of him. Yuri Nekrasov building this gap between him. As Parra looks on the inside once again, he sniffs an opportunity but has to back out of it, because he does not want to get too close to the back bumper there of the Firas Abu Ghanim bike. Going to try and go around the outside and try and get the cut back here. Looks to the inside, does Manuel Parra. Now again, he's going to do the same thing that Yuri Nekrasov did going towards the club link. Not quite. A bit further back there was the Manuel Parra, ridden number 34, tucked in behind Firas Abu Ghanim. And look at the lead now that Yuri Nekrasov's adding to his advantage here, ahead of Firas Abu Ghanim, Manuel Parra and Remy Michelin, battling there for third position overall. Last line there was Martin Verganek, followed by Saska Tutaro. That is the two race leaders here. 12.9 seconds adrift is the gap that Martin Verganek has managed to add. So in the categories, modified sports bike, Martin Verganek leads by Saska Tutaro by 12 seconds to the good. Then it's Manuel Parra running in third position. Yuri Nekrasov passing Firas Abu Ghanim. That puts him in the lead of the super stock category. This is exactly what he needed from Firas Abu Ghanim. See if he can try and catch up to the back of Yuri Nekrasov once again. Remy Michelin is not going to make it any easier though for him, because Remy is all over the back of him. And in the rookies is Rob Chubshar leading from Matteo Manero in the super stocks, but in the rookies in the modified sports bikes, it's Ali Abdul Hussein from Abdul Rahman Al Abeid. As Frank Mabitz moves up the order. Chubshar moving up as well, up now into 9th position. Hussein Shakur has also moved up the order as well, up in a 7th place overall. Thomas Argy drops down to 8th. Tolly going back down the order, back into the 10th position at the moment. 1 second back from Rob Chubshar, who is looking to work his way through the order. He's 2.4 seconds off of Thomas Argy. And we have another rider off there in the club link. Now, who's that? That's gone off on the entrance of the club link. Now, the commuters of the bike is off of the racing line. However, this means we'll have no doubt we'll have waved yellows down there to signify to the riders, and overtaking is allowed. It's Firas Abu Ghanim under pressure from Manuel Parra. It looks like they've dropped Remy Michelin by quite a margin. He's 3.2 seconds back is Remy Michelin. So unfortunately, no longer in this battle for 4th position is Remy. Saska Tutaro, was it Saska Tutaro that went off? As he's across the line in 6th position, yes it was. It was the number 5 that was off through the club link. And that is absolutely devastating for the South African as he drops down the order. Ducati 959 just not working out for him here, and he's back on his bike. He makes his way back onto it, and he's certainly not happy with what's happened there. You can see the emotion from behind. And it's not the way Saska Tutaro would like to start in his race weekend. So unfortunately he's going to have to try again in the second race for the I Waleed Alshemais National Sports Bike Championship. There's Martin Verganek now, no pressure in sight because 21.6 seconds back is his closest rival. And here comes Saska Tutaro. You just see the emotion on him, absolutely devastated here. Certainly a crowd favourite is Tutaro. And into the pit lane he comes. This is race over, unfortunately. We're on lap 7 of 10 here around the Dubai Autodrom. It's Martin Verganek from Yuri Nekrasov. Firas Abu Ghanim up in the 3rd position. Manuel Parra is 4th. Remy Michelin 5th. Hussein Shakur 6th. Thomas Argy is 7th. Rob Chubshar is up into 8th position. Tolly up into 9th. Bunel Ngozi is in 10th position. That's all the reshuffling that's happened so far. Matteo Manero moves up as well, as do a few other riders in front of him. Shuffle their way closer to the top 10 here. The first race of the I Waleed Alshemais National Sports Bike Championship. Down towards the first corner goes Yuri Nekrasov. Firas Abu Ghanim not in the position to pounce just yet, but he is edging closer, and he's actually drifting away now from Manuel Parra, adding a bit of breathing room between himself and Parra there. Good for Firas, but him and his teammate out in front, leading the field by 25.2 seconds to the good is Martin Verganek. Frank Frank Mabitz comes across the line, 1 minute and 1 second behind this man right here, so there will be a rider that will go down a lap. On track, that is. Here is the 29. This is Matteo Manero, who looks to be just a couple of bike lengths in front of the race leader. As Manuel Parra continues to attack Firas Abu Ghanem, desperately trying to force an error out of the Lebanese rider here. But it's not working at all. There was a momentary lapse of judgment going into the braking zone. A couple of laps to go that allowed Yuri Nekrasov through. But for Manuel Parra, it's been a lot more difficult to find a way past the Lebanese rider. As now he looks again towards the final corner. Can he dive to the inside? No, he sticks right behind him for the time being. He's got an opportunity now on the front straightaway to pick up the toe, try flank to the right-hand side of Firas as they race their way down towards turn 1 here on lap number 8 of 10. I Waleed Alshemais National Sports Bike Championship. Not close enough for Manuel Parra to make a move this time round. So let's try again. Another point in time. They've been late on the brakes, but it could have been a very costly move as well. A very brave one to boot. So cheeky look behind to see who is in close proximity there for one of the riders. As Vugrinec weaves his way through the club link. The speed at which he transitions from one side to the other is absolutely incredible here from this young rider. During the off-season in Europe, racing here in the United Arab Emirates, just look how low he stoops there, how deep he goes, how close he gets to the ground as well. Mind-boggling to see Martin Vugrinec do this as he's on lap 8 of 10 now. And she's now showing us it's the final lap of the race for Martin Vugrinec. I would assume that he's actually gone through and past Matteo Manero to put him a lap down. Indeed he has, so his next target is Frank Mabitz, who will be next in line to go down a lap. Now he's 1:39.198 with his previous lap. I think he's about a minute or so behind, he's a minute and 9 seconds behind race leader. There is Manuel Parra still trying to desperately find a way past Firas Abu Ghanem. Does this change anything in the class category? No, it doesn't, because Manuel Parra is second in the sports bike, modified sports bikes, excuse me, just behind Martin Vugrinec. In the super stock, Yuri Nekrasov is ahead of Firas Abu Ghanem and Remy Michelin, not close enough to pounce. He was earlier on in the session, but now not close enough here. This is the number 3 that we've just seen gone through, currently circulating in 10th position. We have the Goji, Frenchman, looking for a strong points haul here in the top 10. I Waleed Alshemais National Sports Bike Championship, race number 1. Martin Vugrinec, though, will come through the final corner. And as you see the checkered flag as he rolls his way through, having a quick look at who's behind him, I don't think there's much to worry about. And he is mighty excited as he pulls a wheelie across the line, lifts the front wheel mighty high, and a well-deserved victory once again for Martin Vugrinec. He is essentially unstoppable here in the Waleed Alshemais National Sports Bike Championship, racing of course for title sponsor Waleed Alshemais. The grin on his face will be massive, as it always is after the race. Here comes Yuri Nekrasov across the line. Fantastic race for Yuri, he'll be very happy with that. A win overall in class. That was Matteo Manero as he came across the line. Third of the line will be Firas Abu Ghanem. No chances left for Manuel Parra there at the end. And there appears to be a rider off in turn 16. Now, was that what Martin Vugrinec was looking at before he went when he went through the final corner? Now, can't quite see the number on the rider. Is that Hussein Shikori? It is. That is the 55, excuse me. What could have been here for the youngest rider in the field, unfortunately, on the very last lap of the race. At the very last corner as well. Heartbreak for Hussein. This moves Rabchab Shah up into 8th. I think we're going to get a replay now of what happened to Hussein. Here it is. Just too deep in the corner and just all got away from him. And unfortunately for him, the bike skids all the way to the wall at the far end of the corner. A very long walk there for Hussein, and absolutely devastating. You can see he's so unhappy with the way that's finished. What could have been there, a top 10 finish, but unfortunately he'll finish outside the top 10. So that moves Rabshab Shah up into 8th, Munir Abdelgoji up into 9th position, and Ali Abdul Hussein up in the top 10. Rabshab Shah, of course, walks away with top honours in the rookie category. Great effort there. There is the official starting order, or unofficial starting finishing order, excuse me. Martin Vugrinec from Yuri Nekrasov from Firas Abu Ghanim. Vugrinec wins in the modified sports bikes with Yuri Nekrasov in the super stock category. Excellent ride there from Nekrasov. Was in that hard battle there.